Doing things individually. Trying new things can always be scary, and one of the hardest experiences I've ever had is trying to learn how to mountain bike. This was hard because I was very nervous to trying to learn because in the past I have tried and I have failed. But I thought the best way to learn was to learn by myself and in the process. Then doing so, I'd become more self-reliant. It was the last week of a long backpacking trip on Mount Whitney during the summer. I was with my scout troop. The last day of the trip, we planned to go mountain biking or just go home early. I told my friends, I don't really want to go. I kind of just want to go home. My friends didn't like my idea, so they didn't let it slide. They all voted that we were going to go. So at 9 o'clock in the morning, we left to a place called Mammoth Mountain. Mammoth Mountain was supposed to be one of the best places ever, but I don't know. All I knew is that that's a long drive. Mammoth is 2 hours away from Mount Whitney, and at the bottom of Mount Whitney, it's about 100 degrees. While on the road, all I saw was open desert, so naturally my thoughts wandered off until I got to one thought that made me even more nervous than before. I thought, gosh, I'm probably gonna get comfortable, then I'm just gonna sack so hard on the bike. For some reason, this thought just kept coming back the whole car ride. And after about 2 hours, we finally got to our destination. Mammoth Mountain was where we were at, and it was one of the finest alpine skiing and downhill mountain biking places ever. It has some of the most radical terrain with about 80 plus miles of track, with jumps, drops, and berms. After arriving at Mammoth, we saw everything. We saw the pros, we saw the beginners, we saw the trails. So in seeing all that, my nervousness raised from about a 5 to a 9, even higher. What if I was going to eat it first attempt? That's what I kept asking myself. But either way, at Mammoth Mountain, I would be independent and I would learn using my own knowledge. I was using a very expensive bike that was in great condition, perfect for the trails. I was at the top of the trail before we were going to go down, with my helmet and my bike ready to go. But before going, I wasn't fully prepared. I wasn't prepared mentally. I told myself, you're going to be fine. You're going to have so much fun. Just breathe, relax, take it slow. Now I was off. I felt the air going against me as if I had the ability of flight. Soon enough, I saw the pretty sharp turns were coming up. The turns were the type of turns where you get close to riding almost sideways, and these turns were either dirt or brick. Dirt turns was the one thing that I wasn't fully prepared for because the dirt can slip out. But I saw the professionals do it, so I can too. They just lean into it. I got this. The turns finally came, and I recreated what I saw. At first, it was very scary. Very scary because I slowed down too much and I almost wrecked. Luckily, that didn't happen. But for the next 3 runs, everything went perfect. The drops, the turns, I did it all with ease. Shoot, call me a professional. Soon enough, my luck ran out. I came up to a turn that it was a dirt curve, and I was coming in without a 20-degree angle, full speed, and my tire just started to slip out from the dirt curve. While this was happening, in like a few milliseconds, my brain had to make a choice if I was going to bail or take the hit. In my mind, I thought bailing would be better and I wouldn't get hurt. So I went for it. Then I went forward into the trail. My body was covered head to toe with dirt, and I even got some in my mouth. I said, wow, it's my 5th time going on this trail, and it happens to me, I swear, when it comes to fun things, I have the best of luck. After getting back on the bike, I went to finish my ride. Soon, I ran into my troop, and they said, "What happened to you?" I got the opportunity to learn from my mistake. That's what I said. And my friend said, "Sure." Either way, my troop didn't believe me, but I knew that next time I don't really know how to avoid that situation again. On my way home, I was still dirty because of the fall, but it was okay. And it was almost night and almost pitch black. The best part about this was being able to see the stars perfectly, being able to see the sky lit up because the stars were just so beautiful. It caused me to get lost in my thoughts again. Then eventually, I came to the thought and I reflected on my day. And the thought that came to mind is that I did great today. I didn't need no help from nobody, and I'm self-reliant. I learned by myself. The rest of the ride, I felt pretty proud, and I felt like a man, no longer a child. And I knew this was a feeling that will last, because I can be more self-reliant in other things now. So, what I learned is that working hard and taking charge and doing things by yourself can turn you into a self-reliant person. And in my case, I learned how to mountain bike by myself, and I became self-reliant.